Hello everyone, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. Welcome to this initiative where I'm discussing the practice questions from the mains point of view. So before continuing with this video, I want you to watch the other videos in this particular playlist, especially the first video of this particular playlist where I have discussed what should be the introduction for the answer and how should you be writing the body. Should it be in paragraph, should it be in point wise, and how much should be the conclusion and what should be the summary of the conclusion. Okay, so before continuing with this video, watch the first video in this particular playlist and then you can continue with this particular video. So let's begin with the question for the day, and the question here is explain the difference between computing methodology of the India's gross domestic product or the GDP before the year 2015 and after the year 2015. Okay, this has been the question that is asked. So here, if you want to answer this particular question, the first thing in the introduction of the answer, first thing that you can write is the definition of what is GDP. Okay, you can start your answer by writing the definition of GDP. Now you can ask, what is GDP? Gross domestic product. GDP is the total market value of all the goods and services produced in a particular country in one particular year is called as gross domestic product, that is GDP. Now if we talk about GDP, before 2015 we had different methodologies of calculating GDP. After 2015 we have a different methodology of calculating GDP. See, here you are not talking about the three methods of calculating GDP. If you remember the three methods of calculating GDP, then you can comment it in the comment box. So what are the three methods of calculating GDP? First one is expenditure method. Second is income method. Third is value added method. Okay, these are the three important methodologies of calculating GDP, that is expenditure method, income method, and the value added method. See, one important thing that we'll have to keep in mind when we are writing about an answer about the value added method is that even though India calculates GDP in all these three methods, but value added method is considered to be the most accurate. Okay, see, the question nowhere asks about this. I just told you this so that you can get revised. Now what does the question ask? For example, before 2015 there were some methods or some changes that was done after 2015. So after 2015 there were three important changes that were done for the calculation of GDP, and this is the question that demands you to write or handpick those changes that were done after 2015. First one, if we look at changes in the base year. Before 2015, the base year that was considered for the calculation of the GDP at constant prices, GDP at constant prices, which is also called as real GDP, was 2004 and 2005. 2004 and 2005 was the base year that was considered before 2015. After 2015, we have the base year that is being considered as 2011 and 2012. So 2011 and 12 is the base year. Post 2015, 2004 and 5 is the base year. Before 2015, this is the most important change that happened with respect to the GDP computation at constant prices. Second one, changes in the data used. Before 2015, the number of firms that were taken into account for the calculation of the country's GDP was 2 lakh firms, which means 2 lakh firms were calculated, and the data from these 2 lakh firms were taken by an institute called as NSO, which works under the Ministry of Statistics and the Program Implementation. 2 lakh firms were taken into account, and the data from these 2 lakh firms was considered for calculating GDP numbers. But post 2015, this increased to around 5 lakh companies. Okay, done by Ministry of Corporate Affairs, MCA 21. Second important change, the number of industries, the data from the number of industries that we actually took was completely different. Okay. Third important change that happened post 2015 is that before 2015 we used to calculate GDP at factor cost, that is FC. Correct? Before 2015 we used to calculate GDP at factor cost. After 2015 we are taking market price into consideration. These are the three important changes that took place in the country's calculation of the GDP post 2015. Okay, so understood. So with this we'll move on to the second question for the day, that is the lessons learned from the success of the white revolution should be deployed to regreen the green revolution, which means whatever the lessons that we have learned from the white revolution, this is a time that we have to use the same methodologies, we have to use the same techniques in order to boost the green revolution. Okay, that is what the question says. Clear, everyone? So now issues with the green revolution. Let's talk about what are the issues with the green revolution, because why green revolution is not as successful as we had expected. That is the reason why we have to implement some of the policies that we did in the white revolution to the green revolution to make green revolution more success. First one, monocropping is an important problem of the green revolution. What is monocropping? Growing the same kind of crops year on year is nothing but the monocropping. For example, if a farmer is growing rice in 2023, he'll continue to grow rice in 2024 also. He'll grow rice in 2025 also. He'll grow rice in 2026 also. So this is something called as monocropping. Okay, which is really, really bad. Second, regional disparities. What are these regional disparities? Because of the green revolution, some of the states, the agricultural oriented states, like for example Punjab and Haryana, got huge amount of money and income. The farmers there became very rich, and the farmers in different part of the country became very, very poor. That is regional disparities. Benefiting big farmers. If you're growing huge number of crops, then the green revolution benefits you. If you just have, let's say, 1 acre land or 1.5 acre land, green revolution will not give benefits. Disguised unemployment, where disguised unemployment is a phenomena where the productivity is completely zero. In a farm, it requires, let's say, 5 people to work on, but there are 8 people working. So the productivity of the remaining 3 is completely zero. That is nothing but disguised unemployment. Okay. Second, environmental degradation. The next is environmental degradation. Because of the monocropping, we all know that the soil fertility erodes. Because of the reduction in soil fertility, we have the environmental degradation happening. So these are some of the issues with green revolution. Lessons from the white revolution. In order to solve these issues, what can we learn from white revolution? Local systems approach, that is bottom to top approach. Bottom to top approach. Okay, local systems approach, nothing but in order to energize, in order to give more importance to the local self governments or local bodies. Cooperative farming, that is cooperative structure. Even today, majority of the white revolution, like let's say dairy farming, happens only because of the cooperative sector. Promoting food processing industries. In order to boost agriculture and the green revolution, we have to promote food processing industries. And need for market reforms. If you remember, the present government had introduced 3 important bills in the parliament about the agriculture and the agricultural market reforms. But unfortunately, those bills couldn't get executed for numerous political and apolitical reasons. But the market access, market reforms, including the APMC, is very, very important for green revolution to become success. Okay, so that's it for today. If you've liked the video, hit the like button and also press the bell icon to get all the latest updates from the Legacy IAS Academy. Have a nice day.